Hello and welcome to Meet Ricky Gervais on Friday, October the 13th. So, this week the government announced that they're going to pour £60 million into sex education. Specifically, teachers telling kids that it's OK to be a virgin. Right, that's going to work, isn't it? All teachers are shit, I've told you before, and anything they say is uncool, by definition. The only sex education we got in Reading was teachers putting on an old film while we sat at the back watching, laughing at the naked man with the beard. He was a weird teacher, Mr Grant, but he liked to do... he liked to do class in the nude, that's up to him. And he didn't do all the usual stuff you normally get with sex education about wooing a woman, then falling in love, then getting married and then having sex. No. He used to jump straight to, at the end of the day, who wouldn't want that up 'em? Am I wrong, lads? He did teach us some good things, though. He taught us that cats have 9 lives, which makes them ideal for experimentation. Then you get all these bleeding hearts going, oh, help save the laboratory animals. Please give generously. I'm not going to give them rabbits or beagles any money. All they do is spend it on cigarettes and shampoo. Anyway, sex education. You see, a good source of sex education used to be Channel 4, with those red triangle films. You know what to video, didn't you? Pink triangle, be more than that these days. But anyway, Channel 4 have given us one thing. Carol Vorderman. No, she's a good role model for sex education, because she showed us that women can have beauty and intelligence. And even my mate Binksy, who's a bit mental, said that he was attracted to her intellect. Didn't use those words, he said he'd like to shag her brains out. Didn't use those words either. Anyway, I'll ask Tony Green off Bullseye how many times he's done it.
180!
How many times, really?
Never.
That's what I thought. Was it George Michael who said, sometimes the clothes do not make the man? Well, he also said, do it quick, mate, sometimes there's plainclothes coppers around here. My first guest is the fashion guru on The Big Breakfast and the man behind designer label Red or Dead, Wayne Hemingway. Now, what do you think of that new Marks and Spencer's ad for fashion? It's just the one where the fat bird runs up the hill, taking the clothes off, going, I'm normal.
Yeah. It's all, you know, you can imagine some really worthy kind of advertising executive, can't you, saying, oh, what a great idea. But fat women don't want to run around naked. They want clothes that make them look slimmer, so it's absolutely stupid.
And how did they get one to run up the hill? I reckon they said, any naked normal people, we've got free chocolate. She was up there like a shot. What do you think of CNA closing down?
It's sad, isn't it?
I know.
It's really sad. That's, you know, it's one of my... I love pensioner chic. You know, that's my style. Look, old fellas' clothes and old women's clothes are what I'm into. And the kind of God place of it's going.
I know. Do you think they've finally discovered that there's not a lot of need for skiing equipment all year round?
You know, you can imagine Tony shopping there, can't you? You know, he's got... You know, he's kind of looking in his sports casual, and I actually collect his kind of jumpers, Gabici. They sell Gabici in CNA. Where are we going to get Gabici from?
Do you realise there's no irony in that? He thinks he's the bee's knees.
There's no irony in this. He is the bee's knees. He's a fashion guru.
He is. I agree. Where'd you buy your clothes then, mainly?
Well, seriously, CNA, any kind of shop that sells pensioner chic, so like old men's shops on the street, and car boots, second-hand...
Do you go to car boot sales?
I love car
There's
boots.
one in Reading, right, once a month. It's like Aladdin's cave of Crime Watch. Yeah. So you go there and you're buying back your own stuff for half price. Well, I get my designer clothes from car boot sales, and it's the real stuff. I don't pay like 200 quid for a punt, right? And I know it's the real stuff because it's got the label on it. I've got a real Dolce and Banana jeans. I've got Tommy Fishfinger top.
Yeah. Big in Iceland.
It's great. What are you wearing, Tony?
Well, tonight I've got a Melvin Klein.
Melvin Klein, real.
And the jeans are Wanglers.
Yeah. Calvin Bryan is massive in Iceland as well.
Is he Calvin Bryan?
Yeah.
They're not real Wanglers anyway. He's been conned. And when my clothes run out, and sometimes even like top stuff like Tommy Fishfinger, and they do wear out eventually after a couple of washes, I stick them in those, you know, those clothes banks.
Yeah,
You know, they
the
go...
things on Humana they have on them, don't they?
It's great, though, because then I watch the news for weeks, and I, like, see war-torn Africa. I see a little kid,
Yeah.
I go, look, he's got Dolce & Banana. That's mine, that. What sort of fabrics do you like using most when you design stuff? And
Anything that's on women see-through. It's got to be, hasn't
Okay.
it? You know, any designer, unless they're kind of not doing it with ladies,
Right.
has got to design see-through clothes. It's all you think about, isn't
Yeah,
it?
tell Vivienne Westwood she's a bit old to have her mott hanging out, though.
Yeah. She is.
That's horrible, isn't it? I'm sorry about that. I used to like, when I was growing up, snakeskin, because I really liked sort of cowboy fashion. And I remember, it's a true story, when I was about 8 or 9, my sister and boyfriend then took me out like into the woods with a dog, and we were running around, and I found a snakeskin, a shed skin,
Yeah.
and it was beautiful, it was immaculate. And I thought I wanted to take it home, and I go, no, you can't, it's got diseases, and then I realised that my sister was actually scared of it. So I started chasing her with it, and eventually I left it. And then about 10 years later, I was at home with a few mates that had come round, and I was teasing her with this story, and she decided then to tell me that I'd been running around with a used condom. God. Good job I didn't drink the poison. What's the most fashionable country in the world? Because everyone goes on about Paris and London. What do you think is the most...
Well, the coolest country's got to be Greenland, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's no doubt. There's no question of that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, definitely England is the most... Well, Britain is the most fashionable place, but it's a very small amount of people that are fashionable.
But it's always Western countries, isn't it? What about like underdeveloped third world countries? Like there's a tribe of Indians in the Amazon basin, and they're naked except they tie their cock with a bit of string.
Sounds good.
You know what I mean?
That is fashionable, yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be... Do you
It'll be in next year, won't it?
Yeah, well, I think of them sitting
Great.
round.
Yeah, everybody in London walking around like that, nothing apart from their cock tied around their waist.
Yeah,
and
but
a bit of string.
I think of them in the jungle with like Polaroids going, look at you there. You know, look how low you're wearing your cock. It was the 70s. Leave me alone. There's not a lot they can do with it. And also, what's those ones that they stretch their lip with its wood out that, and it comes like that. Someone comes in and goes, small lips, and they go, oh fuck. What about cross-dressing? I don't mean the sort of like the Beckhams that wear sarongs and that. I mean like those builders that hit sort of 55 and then go on Kilroy in a dress and go, I've never been so comfortable. You know, his teenage daughter's going, kill me. Kill me. You're lucky you can shave.
This could be you.
Exactly, yeah.
You're sounding the part,
and I go, oh, it's the air, it just goes round, it's lovely. But the gay transvestites are all right. They make an effort, like, you know, RuPaul and Dana International, Julie Goodyear. He's let himself go, but he made an effort once. They're great, got nothing wrong with them. What are you up to at the moment? What's your next project?
I got a book coming out in 3 weeks, yeah, called Just Above the Mantelpiece, and it like follows the history of public art and prints that people have bought. Remember Tretyakov and the
Oh, the ones that
the
look
Blue
like
Lady?
cross between sort of Gauguin and Hilda Ogden.
That's
Those
it, yeah,
ones,
that's it. Do you remember the one from Abigail's Party with that? Those two naked... Wings of Love, yes,
yeah.
and there's like that naked woman, Adam and Eve. And he's sold 3 million copies of that and is still kind of in poverty.
And it's all stuff like that in the book?
Yeah, and it finishes up with Athena and that kind of, you know, where like a telephone mutates into a sexual object and then the woman holding her arse when she's playing the tennis woman and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's all... It's a history of that.
And have you got the best painting in the world, the dogs playing pool? That's brilliant, though,
It is. My son actually collects them, and they're worth a fortune.
I should think so. What's the chances of walking past and there's some dogs... unless he faked it. Unless he faked it, he got stunt dogs and they like posed them, and that's not so good.
I was thinking about like doing what, you know, like entering the new sensation or the Apocalypse exhibition, like Damien Hirst, and doing human dogs playing snooker. So you'd have an installation of like
Dawn
people...
French.
Yeah, that's it. It's true, yeah.
Sorry.
You'd have all famous people with dogs' heads on playing snooker.
Yeah.
I think that's art, isn't it?
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Wayne Hemingway.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks. Well, welcome back. Now, my celebrity booker, he likes to tease when he books guests. And when he got my next guest, I said, come on, who is it? He started giving me clues. He went, wow, bit stumpy, celebrity, say yes, Paul. I said, McCartney's new girlfriend? He went, no. Paul Daniels. I said just as good. Get him on. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Daniels. Thanks for coming on, Paul.
Very nice.
Now, you started off on Opportunity Knocks, didn't you?
I went on Up Knocks. I was invited to go on, which was... I didn't audition, I was invited. Told I was going to come second, and I did.
Really? Was it fixed?
I'm not saying it was fixed, but...
You are?
All I'm saying is the clapometer. They had this gadget called the clapometer. The clapometer was a box about this long, what you saw, but about this long for real, and there's bungees at that end, and the fellow on this end with a bit of string kept pulling it along to this list he had in his hand, you know. So it wasn't
Really?
electronic at all.
Did you do kids entertaining when you were coming through the ranks at all?
Somewhere down in Newquay, somebody's got a board about this big with Uncle Paul at the Cosy Nook Theatre, Newquay.
And what was that? That was you?
That was me, on the afternoons when it rained.
Really?
Whoop the kids off the beach, get in there, entertain
It's
them.
illegal now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but it was... See, and they shouldn't spoil our fun like that, should they?
No, but, my granddad Charlie used to. It wasn't a real granddad. He was just an old guy who used to come round like to entertain the kids. He did magic. He had a magic hat and a rabbit, and he'd put the magic hat on his lap, and he'd let us feel the rabbit. Didn't have any fur.
No.
Or ears. But I mean, I don't know what happened. I think my brothers and my dad burnt his house down. But do you think variety still has a place today?
Variety hasn't changed at all. I mean, it's, you know, you get
Where's the
these...
variety in that?
Well,
Sorry.
you get the codgers, you know. Get the codgers who say, oh, it was better in the old days with all the variety. And what have we got now? We got pop stars, we got comedians. Nothing's changed. This business just goes round and round. It doesn't change.
Like plates. Now, come on, plate spinners. What's the point of them? It's like those people that get in the Guinness Book of Records for balancing a milk bottle on your head. And you want to go, well done, but you're the only one that's tried. It's sort of like, 8 years, get a life.
It's like me when I watch all these chat shows.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway. No, but I do think sometimes I watch chat shows, you know, and they find some strange sexual perversion that we've all got. And I think, well, what's the point of talking about that, you know?
Go on, like what? The first few months when you were going out with Debbie McGee, and she said, Paul, you haven't had a haircut for as long as I've known you. Did you go,
no.
now that's magic, or did you go...
No,
what
when
did
I
you tell
first
her?
started going out with Debbie, everybody was suddenly so young in show business. Man, you know, they were coming out of the woodwork. There was Lena Zabaroni and Bonnie, who lived just up the road here. And they were all...
Blue Peter Dog?
No, Bonnie Langford.
All right.
And,
That's what I meant.
And they're all so like kids, and I'd just come into show business when I was 30. So I was about 32, 30. I thought, I best do something about it. So I put the rug on.
Now, your magic show, I remember that, what was it called?
Well, it's very difficult to remember. It's
Go on.
Paul Daniels' Magic Show.
Now, all I remember about your magic show was you dressing up as a little old Chinaman. You're not Hannibal Smith from the A-Team, are you? Because that's the outwitted, like, the American Army. You didn't used to dress up as a little Chinaman?
Oh, once.
I don't remember his name.
Excuse me, I've made over 600 TV shows, and I did one, because the guy got shot dead on Wood Green Empire. We found out the fellow that shot him dead...
Quick, dress up as a Chinaman, it wasn't me.
No, Chung Ling Soo. And he got shot dead, Wood Green Empire, and we found out the old guy was still alive that shot him. So I invited him to have a shot at me. And we did.
Really?
And that's the only show you remember out of 600. OK, right.
It was a good one. You did, actually, you did national service in Hong Kong, didn't you? Is that where you got the outfit?
Yeah, 57 to 59, yeah.
Is that good?
Great. I really enjoyed my time in the
I
military.
imagine you going up to all those little Oriental fellas and going, pick a card.
Very good. Good gag. But it's, I'll use that. And
It says in your book, you actually lost your virginity in Hong Kong, or...
yeah,
your first
on the roof.
Really?
Yeah, the whole town was full of these girls wearing chung sam slit up to here, you know. And you would walk around, you know, you're a young guy, and, drooling. But they were all for sale.
Blowjob, please. It works twice. It works twice. Now, you're a member of the Inner Magic Circle, aren't you? How many's in that, then? Just you and Ali Bongo, or is there... No, I mean, there's not a lot in the Magic Circle, is there?
It's
So the
such a
Inner Circle...
secret-
No, yeah.
Now, it's such a secret society, none of us actually know who the other members are.
Really?
And that's how secret it is.
Really? Now,
don't believe
I remember Faye Presto, who's the... she's a magician. She was born a man, and she had a sex change. And in all the prejudice in society, the Magic Circle said, no, we acknowledge her, she is definitely a woman. She can't come in, it's a men-only club. No, but they didn't let her in, did they? Because she was a woman.
That's right.
And they said...
She was a member when she was a he, Oliver.
Right.
And he was a member. And when he apparently lost his member, he wasn't.
Members only.
Yes, members only. Where to fly. But,
It's got to be attached.
Yeah. But Faye then, when, well, guys like me fought for women to go in, was back in as a member. Why not? And
She's a lovely lady. Big hands.
and a good magician.
Yeah.
Good magician.
Well, she was bound to be, being born Faye Presto. You know what I mean? She was destined. Her sister, Deborah Gadabra, didn't do as well. Now, it's not the only thing I remember about your show, actually. I don't know if that was the magic show, but that stunt you did when you were in a crate and Jackie Stewart had to drive through it.
Oh, yeah.
That was
that was a good trick.
That's amazing.
I got fastened in a sack in the box, and the crane picked that up, put it in the middle of Silverstone racetrack, and then Jackie, as that's going there, runs across, puts his helmet on, jumps in a car, an RS200, and drove it round the track, and comes back and smashes through the crate.
Because the flag went up that was in trouble, and I remember Mike Smith going, oh, there's a problem, and you didn't tell him about it, did you?
Well, Mike was the only one we hadn't told, and the car smashed through the crate without me getting out, pulls to a halt. I get out and take the helmet off, that's me, and Jackie was driving the crane, and Mike was going to the cleaners with his trousers.
I know. Come on, tell us how you did that trick. No one to know, no one to tell anyone. How did you do that trick?
Beautifully.
Right? I didn't think you'd tell me, but I'm going to bring out the most hated man in magic, the masked magician.
Oh, no, not the masked magician.
Thank you, Ricky.
All right, masked magician?
I am, yes.
Right. Masked magician. How did Paul Daniels do that trick?
Well, I watched it very closely, and there's only two ways it could have been done.
Go on.
One, it was real magic.
Yeah.
The other, it could have been some sort of trick in that.
Damn, I hate you.
Thanks, the masked magician. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Daniels. Right. Thanks. Now, I haven't just got you to here for a chat. I want you to test my new game show. Every week I invent a game show. And a bit embarrassing this week, because this week I've invented Every Second Counts. Right then, let's play Ricky Gervais's Every Second Counts. Right. Now, you know the rules. They're very similar to that other bloke who did it on telly. I don't know what happened to him. 2 rounds. First, you've got to put out 6 lights. OK. What do you want to do first? Biology or euphemisms?
Euphemisms.
Euphemisms. The following are slang words for either the penis, the vagina, or the breasts. So the answers I want from you are cock, funny, tits. OK, so cock, funny, tits. 6 lights to put out. 60 seconds to do both of them in. OK, you're answering first, Wayne. Start the clock. Willie.
Cock.
Yes. Jugs.
Tits.
Yes. Minge.
Fanny.
Yes. Boobs.
Tits.
Yes. Pork sword.
Cock. Cock.
Yes. Jubblies.
Tits.
Yes. 6 lights out. Well done. Well done.
Are there 2 prizes?
OK.
Okay.
Now you're playing this together.
We don't go on holiday together,
No,
do
you
we?
don't have to do that. No, it's not quite a
We both
holiday.
get to share Debbie McGee.
Oh, that's all right then.
Steady on. That's his wife. Are you going to stand for that?
He accepted it.
Yeah, no problem.
OK.
As long as I go first.
No one likes sloppy seconds. Right.
It won't be if he goes first.
Oh, we've got to cut all this. Right. OK. Such a shame. Right, OK. The remaining category is biology. OK, 7 lights to put out. OK,
It's getting difficult now.
You've got 44 seconds to put out these 7 lights. OK.
Where's
The
the clock?
following... Daniels? Just wanders off. OK. The following are parts of the body. They're either penis, the vagina, or the mammary glands. And the answers I want from you this time are cock, fanny, or tits. OK, this time we start with you, Paul.
Was that John Noakes?
I can do them all. Get down, Shep. It is similar, isn't it?
It is very, yeah.
OK, start the clock. Bazongas.
Tits.
Bearded clam.
Fanny.
Yes. Headlamps.
Tits.
Yes. Beef bayonet.
Cock.
Yes. Norks.
Tits.
Yes. Flange.
Fanny.
Yes. Flounders.
Tits.
Pardon?
Tits.
You're not allowed to help.
All right.
In fact, we're just wondering how long
Quick.
44 seconds is.
Quick!
Tits.
Yes!
Where's the prize? We've won a prize. You're supposed to jump up and down.
You won the prize.
Do all this. Yeah, no.
It's a bit annoying you did it so quickly because I still had Golden Donut, Baps, Muff, Fun Sacks, Bald Gentleman in a polo neck sweater, Grimsby Harbour, Dirty Pillows. Spent a lot of time on those and you put them out too quickly. We've won tonight's top prize, which Tony Green will now present to you. Look at this.
Well done, Wayne. Well done, Paul. He's boiling tonight. There's a kettle for
What
you.
can I say?
Well done.
What can I say? What is it?
Thanks to my guests, Hemingway and Daniels, eh? Thanks very much. That's it, I'm afraid. Thanks to the Mentals who sent in tapes again. Keep them coming. The winners this week are Stuart Ferris and Emma Burgess from Chichester. Now, it's funny how they find each other. This is true, right? They don't breed, these two. Listen to this tape. This is absolutely real. Good night.
Like to brush my hair